Hey guys, I'm Donald Diggs.
And I'm Sky.
Welcome back to the podcast, episode 6 of the Coffee Tavern, Birds and Beans. So, we're also here today with Beans, aka our bird enthusiast, friend of ours.
Hello, I'm Maya Barsicki, owner of the Conure Corner.
And we're gonna be interviewing about her birds and all she knows about how they are and how to take care of them and all that sorts of stuff.
Bird stuff.
So Sky, what you got? What you cooking with?
So why breed birds?
That's actually a good question. I grew up around birds. Birds are just my passion. My oldest bird is 15. I think it was when I was little, there was like this thing on the news that was like, oh my god, like all species of parrots are endangered. And I was like, well, parrots have like a lot of babies, you know? And so my grandmother had 2 birds and they had a bunch of babies and I kept one. And then as that bird grew up, I got it a partner and then I got more and they had a bunch of babies and they were great. And they started going to other people and seeing how amazing people thought they were and like just all my work going into them and seeing their little personalities grow just made me so happy. And so I've been breeding parrots 7 years strong, short of a decade, hoping to go on for longer.
That's what's up. You seem hella passionate about birds, I ain't gonna lie. What is your favorite bird? I would assume it's parrots, but...
Yeah, so there are hundreds of varieties and species of parrots. I do love parrots. I do love working with parrots. I would say my favorite parrot species I've worked with would be the green cheek conure or the conure family. But I think my favorite bird in general would have to be crows and ravens. They're just incredibly intelligent. They're sleek as shit. And like, I don't know, there's just something about them that I love.
That's
I love
interesting.
crows and ravens.
They're the best bird.
It almost made me crack up a little bit because she said green cheek, and I was like, I started giggling.
Guy.
Anyhow, that's interesting actually. Ravens are considered the one of the more side of the smarter species when it comes to birds because they can learn to mimic things as far as English and other languages. And
go ahead. Most birds. Most parrots can mimic languages. Most ravens can definitely mimic speech, but crows are actually one of the only species of birds that have entered the Stone Age. They build their own tools. They have their own languages. They have an advanced social structure. There are gangs that own different territories that'll beat up other crows.
What wall you bang from, cuz?
Which tree you bang from?
Which tree you bang from?
Have the crypt crows and the blood crows.
Exactly.
Crows just flying in the sky. They're like, all right, y'all, we gonna need y'all. You know what? Get the sticks. Get the sticks.
Get the stones.
We doing a bird buy.
You doing a bird buy?
Shit. Well, it's a flyby.
Yeah, we're doing a flyby. This ain't a game. I was out there minding my business. This old lady passed me some bread. Pigeon stepped the wrong way.
Listen, actually, if you feed crows, sometimes they'll start giving you gifts and paying you to feed them more. There was like this whole thing about a little girl who would like save a bit of her dinner and give it to crows, and they started bringing her fucking money. They started robbing people to give her presents, and I was like, where do I get myself like a bunch of crows to start robbing people?
Like,
Not even wholesome. Like, listen, no one's gonna arrest a fucking bird.
Yeah, no one's gonna arrest a bird. They're probably like, hey yo, Walla, hand it over. This ain't a joke.
Yeah, I'd have them birds pull a heist for me. Fuck, like rob a bank. What they gonna do? Stop some birds? Like they ain't stopping no birds.
A bird walks out with a band. Like,
listen,
with a whole band, bro.
You can stop it. No one would stop it. You know what? People would just take a picture and be like, haha, that bird's got a fucking, that bird's got like a wad of cash. They don't know it's coming to me.
No, it would be funny. That would be actually hilarious. But then it'd be suspicious if birds kept going into banks and taking bands out.
Yeah,
Nah,
but like,
what-
how are they gonna track them?
Street
Exactly.
cameras.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're not gonna have a cop car chase a bird if it flies over someone's backyard or, you know, flies like through the forest.
You know, birds aren't dumb. They don't fly just, you know, just normal height. Them Jones be up in the sky like real high up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
those fuckers go high.
Yeah, they don't. It's just really going. And a bird's untrackable. Like you can't just pin one bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you catch it, but they're not gonna
if you
catch no bird.
it, yeah, and you put a marker on it, then yeah, but you can't pin one bird because all like ravens, they look exactly the same unless they have a deformity or some sort of like
Mutation.
mutation.
Like, and they do have like ID bands. Like, I'm sure if you've ever gone to a park and you've seen like geese or ducks and they got like a bracelet on, like researchers and students will put bands on certain birds. So I mean, like, hey, that's the fucker that robbed the bank. He's got a blue bracelet on. But you know, there could also be 200 other birds with the same bracelet.
It just the bracelet just says, "Hey, my name is Frank."
Yeah, they're gonna be like, I ain't do anything. I fucking swear, it wasn't me. It was the dog.
How would you even interrogate a fucking bird like that?
I don't know. Sometimes birds snitch on themselves.
Okay, birds have snitched on other people.
Yeah,
There was
like,
in New Mexico that alerted a bunch of drug lords that the police were there and they arrested the bird.
the bird was like, "Hey, yo, get me out these chains and shackles."
No, basically, these people were trafficking cocaine, and when the police arrived, the bird started yelling pigs, and all the people, every person to this day, got away and is still being searched for by like the California police. Like that's just amazing. That bird.
They probably got
Listen,
other birds. They probably got other birds interrogating them. They're like, "All right, bro, where the seeds?"
Listen, he's not like X. You know that bird's not a fucking snitch.
Birds like, "Where the seeds at? You know you're doing 25 to life. You know you can do that." They throw your ass right in the aviary. Your ass ain't never getting out.
Put you right in the cage.
They gonna call you a bad bird.
Exactly. Birds more loyal than some of the friends I've had. Damn.
But going into that, what birds are your least favorite? Like what birds do you consider bad birds?
Okay, so I don't think there's any bad birds specifically, but I will say my least favorite bird to work with are cockatoos. Cockatoos and lovebirds. They are, you know, and like they can be the sweetest, kindest, best birds ever, but those motherfuckers are batshit. They are so neurotic and they will go crazy. Like you'll be petting this thing, it'll be so sweet, and then like boom, it's fucking eating your like esophagus off.
What
You
the
know,
fuck?
or it's like it decides to rip off all its feathers and then like eat your fucking silverware. Like, and the screaming. I have never heard a more demonic sound come from this like cute little fluffy bird.
Oh
like,
no.
That shakes me to my core. You know, to hear something sound like a fucking jet engine going off in the other room. You know, while this motherfucker is like dancing to Skrillex.
Oh nah.
So I mean, like I have had the pleasure of working with wonderful birds. You know, even in brief interaction, like there's a cockatoo. She's a Moluccan cockatoo named Oscar. Best fucking bird ever. You can play catch with this bird. This bird will jump on you. This bird will dance. She's super chill. She's quiet. But then there was this bird named Winchester, named after the rifle. And no one was allowed to come within like 20 feet of him, or he would literally aim for your face. And like, this isn't a small bird. Okay, this bird could eat a chihuahua. This thing was like bigger than a hawk. You know, like this thing could eat your local pond ducks. He was this big white bird with these like blue-black eyes, and he wanted you dead. Like, he would be glued to the bar of the cage with his mouth open, biting the bars, making this hissing noise, just begging you to come fucking closer. Like, this bird would literally drop things outside of the cage just so you could bring your hand close enough to grab it, and then he would fucking go for you.
That's
Monster.
That's a pterodactyl, not a
That's
fucking
not,
bird.
yeah, that's not cash.
Yeah, that thing's like a literal dinosaur. Like, scared the shit out of me. I was so scared of him. I couldn't.
That's not cash.
Like, I hate working with cockatoos. It's one of those birds I don't think I'd ever own.
Oh yeah, like that. Oh, I was about to say a really bad word. That asshole from the movie Rio, the white bird.
Oh yeah, that's a cockatoo. That's a
fuck that thing.
cockatoo. That's...
Bro, Scott.
Yeah, see, now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That boy was in there dancing, dude. He was like, and then the bird came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Put the chloroform.
God, yeah. So that white bird, he's a cockatoo. Fuck cockatoos, man.
Bro, he put the
Like, they're
chloroform up
sweet.
the
I
bird's
love them,
nose.
but I'd never have them. Lovebirds are alright. They're just nutty.
But what type of birds do you tend to like breed, and how much do they normally go for? Like, 'cause I understand like you run a business, so like
Yeah.
yeah.
So for me, I work with it's a parrot subspecies called conures. Currently, I work with green cheek conures. I have I have 3 mutations I primarily work with. The first is the standard green cheek conure, that is like the natural. Then there's cinnamon green cheek conures, which is like an almost blonde equivalent. And then I have ones called pineapple. And pineapples are cool because they're like the blonde version, but they also have this like electric yellow and red and like these bright, vibrant, fruity colors. So they're mostly a green and red bird, but they have these like electric blue feathers like on their wings, and they have a black head, and they're known for having these nice white patches around their brown eyes. Again, there's a couple color varieties. I kind of have the main variety I like working with. There are a couple other colors I would love to kind of integrate into my flock in the future, and a couple other species I'd like to extend to. So, my cheapest variety, I mean, not that their value really has anything to do with them. The price is always changing, kind of as the demand changes. They go between $200 and $300. Occasionally $400. The cinnamon variety is about $400.
Yeah, that's just for
you
one.
know, $350. That's just for one. And the pineapple variety can go for about $450, sometimes even $500. Depends on the market. There is a variety I'm looking into kind of expanding on, which is the sun conure. The standard sun conure, it's like this mango color. It is red, orange, like mainly, but then on its wings it's got like yellow, green, blue, like this nice sharp indigo. Stunning birds. They average at about 900 to 1,000 each. And then I'm also looking into getting into a mutation of it, which is the red factor and pied sun conure, which goes for between 1,500 and 2,500 each.
Sorry, you say 2,500?
Yeah.
College tuition, my car note.
Yeah.
I'm a small breeder, but I am definitely looking to expand not just my flock, but my variety available, you know, so that like when people are looking for something, I'm the chick who's got it. You know? And I take pride in the fact that I have quality. You know, I'm not pumping out, 50 babies a year that are You know, like I have 3 babies right now, and these babies are top quality. I put all my love, all my time, all my care and passion into these babies. I'd sell them for free if I could.
That's amazing, honestly.
And as far as if anyone wants to contact you, I mean, to purchase said birds or to purchase, I don't know what else you sell. I know you just sell just birds, but I don't know if you sell birds.
Yeah. Just my details, I guess.
You got any like starter books?
I mean, when it comes to purchasing, well, first you have to go through the adoption process. So for me, you have to make a request that can be done primarily through my Instagram is actually how I operate. I did used to operate through other means, but unfortunately just not being able to verify people getting stood up and just having sketch bag people come into my home was rather unfortunate. I only sell within Ontario. I do provide a delivery option for a fee. You know, I have gas bills, gas money to pay. Um, so Ontario, Canada, I can be found at the Conure Corner on Instagram. You can request, you can tell me kind of what you're looking for, what your experience is. I have a very short list of questions that need to be answered. And then after that, I can either point you to a good breeder in your local area, or I can put you on a wait list to have one of my currently adoptable chicks. Out of my current clutch right now, I have 2 babies available.
That's not
God,
bad.
let's say she got it down packed, down locked.
Listen,
the-
7 years.
7 years, she got the whole street locked. She got the whole country locked.
Yeah, I love her passion, man.
She be walking around the street. She opens up a coat
I'm
jacket,
flattered.
just a bunch of birds.
Yeah, I like open up my jacket and like, hey kid, you want a bird?
On a bird.
Like that lady from
I
Home
mean,
Alone too.
Listen, oh god, I swear at this point I basically am. I take my birds for walks outside.
How you take there, man?
Would it be considered a walk or a fly?
They won't fly. So I have these harnesses and they're made by a local leathersmith here in London. His name is Trevor. And he custom designs like the greatest parrot harnesses ever. They're like comfortable, they're easy. And for me, I actually even train all my babies day one on them. Anyway, so like I clip them on, I'll sometimes go out with 2, 3 birds on me and they'll sit up on my shoulder. I've gone into stores with them, I've gone to parks with them, and people go nuts for it. Because I mean, like when the hell are you ever gonna fucking see a bird? Like just out, like you're at the local Walmart and suddenly, like someone with a bright, colorful parrot walks in on their shoulder. I've had so many people at like EB Games and GameStop like asked to take pictures with them. It's a lot of fun. And the birds love it. They get attention and sunshine. I love it because I get to promote what I love.
And
it's fun.
Yeah, I would assume it would be. I mean, you always want to do something that if you ever do something, I said it in the last podcast, if you ever want to do something that you enjoy and you want to make money off it, go ahead.
Yeah. God, if I could live off of this and make a beneficial impact and save endangered species by doing what I love and make enough money to take care of the birds I have and to take care of myself, I'm living the dream. It's one of those things where like I love what I do. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't know who I'd be today without birds.
Would you even be beans?
You know what? Actually, my Discord username Beans was because of birds.
There's a bird
So,
named Bean?
yeah, so I actually have 2 birds named Green Bean and Lima Bean. And they're my 2 girls. They're like the best. So a long time ago, I had this old broken iPhone 4. I don't know how it broke. It was just trashed. And the autocorrect on it, or like the voice to text, was broken. I think I like dropped it in a lake and it cracked. Anyway, the voice to text was broken, and every time I tried saying birds, it autocorrected to beans. And so I started just calling birds beans. Like, oh, look at that cute little bean. And it just stuck. Eventually, when I did get my 2 new birds, I couldn't think of a name, and I was like, they're beans. And then I was like, green bean, lima bean. And it's just stuck since. I think when I made a Discord account, I wasn't sure what to name it, so I called it Bird Beans. Because I had a bunch of birds named after beans, and then eventually it just evolved into beans.
Yeah.
Unique way to come up with a name.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it's alright. It's fine. But going off to that, if you do want to purchase any birds, and if you live in Ontario, then I'll put in the link in the description her socials and where you can contact Beans, aka our lovely bird enthusiast. But now let's dive
Maya
on.
Bursiki.
Yeah, let's dive on into these topics.
The war.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so first things first.
Ooh, are we getting into a debate?
Yes.
Hold on, yeah. Before I continue,
Emotional prep.
I want y'all to know, anyone that's watching, if, and I mean if, you side with Godzilla, there is a huge problem.
Here we go. Here we fucking
Listen,
go.
you have to comment it down below.
Well, look, here's why. I'm gonna give just a 4-minute. How do you say it? How do you say it, Scott? Help me out.
Like a rant of
Yeah,
why
like a
which
4-minute
one would
rant
win.
of why Khan is going to win this job.
No, he is not.
And then I'm gonna let Beans over here take her time into discussing her delusional thought of why Godzilla is about to beat King Kong.
Sky.
He on my
Are
side.
you on my side,
He on
or
my
are you
side.
on?
I'll just be.
Are you on Dino's side?
I'll just be the moderator in this one.
Nah. Me and you talked about this. You already know which side you on.
Oh man.
There is no neutrality in this debate.
There
We
is
know
no
Godzilla is
neutrality.
winning.
Listen, you're right. Godzilla should win by any kind of means. But the problem is
Hold
that
on,
King Kong.
wait. Let me do my 4-minute little rant. Let me do a little rant.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna give you a little
I need
piece.
to emotionally. I need to emotionally
I'm going to
prepare.
explain this in the most gangster's way I could possibly explain it. Godzilla repped his little area, his little territory for a hot minute. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He went in that joint, bodied the city, and then at the end of his first movie, his bitch ass went back in the water and said, yeah, don't let me come back up here again, know what I'm saying? And he went to go hibernate, bro. The second movie, all right, yeah, we got some actual problems. Before I even get to that, let me go back to the first movie. The first movie, Godzilla fought people, or he fought people and he fought other monsters. The monsters that he fought weren't really a big problem, considering the fact that they didn't have significant ability to even fight him in the first place. For example, one of the monsters he fought was a spider-like monster. It didn't really have arms, tails, it just had a lot of legs and the ability of being huge. Cool. To humans, you're getting your ass beat. To Godzilla, he's getting his ass beat. Like ain't no runaround. Godzilla bit the monster on his neck, hold open his mouth, and blew his fire in there and basically killed that shit. Then turned around and did a big ass scream and then started walking to the ocean. And that's how the movie ended, bro.
Okay.
Look.
Wait.
Second movie.
I am going to hammer you with facts.
Second movie, right? Godzilla. Godzilla. They were like, all right, where he at? You know, let's set up this atomic, wave system that, draws alphas to each other, whatever. Godzilla has some big opponents. I will give him that. He has some big ass issues and people that he was just not rocking with. King Ghidorah and Rodan. Rodan was a big problem because he could fly, and he was bigger than Godzilla. I mean, like width wise, like he was bigger than Godzilla. Godzilla still
he was
tried to
thicker.
body. Yeah, Godzilla still tried to body his ass. Did he win a little bit? Yeah, but then King Ghidorah came in there and whooped his ass, and then Godzilla had to get help from human beings to then go back to fight him. Godzilla never wins any of his battles without help. Kong
No.
wrecked and bodied his entire island.
Yeah,
Anybody
but
caught
here,
the smoke.
here, let me just say this though. So do you think that Kong would beat any of the monsters in King of Monsters?
What do you mean? Like, the
Do you
second
think
movie of
Kong
Godzilla?
would? The second one. You think Kong would beat King Ghidorah?
Hell no. That's impossible.
Then,
Well,
okay.
Godzilla did.
No, look, Godzilla got help though. That don't matter. Godzilla
Okay.
couldn't beat him the first time. He had
Okay,
to get
Dino,
help.
Dino, I need you to take a deep breath, and I need you to summon all the strength inside you to not talk. I need you to break down that Peter Jackson's epic in 2005. It was a monster adventure film. It was King Kong, okay? And King Kong, in his original movie, in his original story, the true, real King Kong, fucking died when he got murked by a couple fighter pilot planes. They tried nuking Godzilla and he didn't fall. Explain that.
Okay, perfect explanation. One, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about 2005 King Kong. We talking about right now King Kong. Right now King
Shut
Kong.
the fuck up. You're
I
avoiding
don't
the
give a fuck
question.
about 2005 King Kong. That 2005 King Kong can fucking step on a rock and die. I don't care. This King Kong, however, is about that action. For example, again, this monkey man ran his whole island, bro. Everybody caught. Look. Everybody caught hands. No matter who they were, no matter what they were. If you were chill with him, he hand you banana. You not chill with him, you getting these hands. Like it was no either or. Everybody
Godzilla could literally eat every fucking lizard on Earth and not have a second thought.
Look.
Yeah.
Godzilla got shitted on by Rodan first. That's what made him go underground.
But listen, this isn't Rodan versus King Kong, okay? This isn't Rodan versus. Okay, that's like getting beat up by fucking Mike Tyson and then being like, oh my god, but oh my god, you have to fucking fight like Sky, man. Okay, like
that's like getting beat up
even
by
battle.
Look, that's like getting beat up by Mayweather, and then them giving him iron weights to put in his gloves to fight Mike Tyson.
Exactly. Wait. No.
Okay, so
you literally just
hell out of me.
That's like that's like that's like fighting Mike Tyson one time, right? Just 1-on-1, then losing, and then people give you iron weights to put in your gloves to then fight him again to win.
Okay,
because that's what they did with Godzilla. Godzilla lost.
Yeah.
Then they helped his ass out to win the next fight.
But listen, Godzilla lost to a bigger motherfucker. Kong is small compared to him.
No,
I'm sorry.
Godzilla is the same height as him now.
Okay, listen. Let me break this down.
Look, you can break this down. I will upped it.
Break this down.
Godzilla. No, I'll take that back. They upped Kong's height because they said Kong in his movie was still considered a child.
Okay, listen.
And it's canon.
Listen.
Kong now is an adult.
Who would win? A regular gorilla or a fucking nuclear crocodile that shoots fucking lasers?
Look. A few reasons why Kong is gonna win this joint. Here's why. One.
You're a clown.
Look. One. King Kong. We already know how strong gorillas are now. Alright.
Yeah.
King Kong is thousands and thousands of gorillas. Alright. Look.
Okay, what about?
On top of that. Godzilla. It's in the movie. It's in the trailer actually. Ripped off one of. Oh, I'll take that back. Sorry. King Kong ripped off one of Godzilla's back pieces and used it as a weapon to whip his ass. And he reflected his own.
So I'll off your arm and beat you to death with it. You think Kong's gonna win?
He reflected his own beam. So that means one of two things. Alright? Let's say Godzilla does keep shooting beams at him. Godzilla now has a weapon that reflects that shit to where it doesn't touch him.
Well, yeah. Okay, here, let me just say this. What you're saying right now makes absolutely, periodically, no sense.
Bro, It makes all the sense. They literally gave him a weapon that reflects the beam.
Let me explain.
And the only thing that he could win by is either A, plot armor, B, Godzilla actually does throw off a nuke.
Okay.
But that's debatable.
Listen.
That's debatable because they tried to nuke King Kong in the fucking what's it called? In his movie.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They didn't try to nuke him.
They didn't try to nuke him. Yeah, a bomb and a nuke are two different things. You drop a bomb on a village, nothing's gonna happen. You drop a nuke on a village, you're gonna cause like years and years of damage from radiation.
Decades.
Yeah,
Listen,
exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna break down what I think is happening in this movie. I think it's gonna be like a freaking like Logan Paul like Deji fight where it's like at the end of the day neither of them fucking loses because plot armor and people would be way too pissed. Like there's no way like, oh my god, Godzilla's getting defeated. Oh my god, King Kong's getting defeated. Like both of them are gonna retreat. You know, Godzilla's gonna like retreat back into the ocean like a little pussy. You know, Godzilla's fucking King Kong is just gonna jump really fucking high and they're like, where'd he go? That's always how it ends. And then like they're gonna bait you with a like part 2.
I have the best reason why Godzilla gonna lose, and y'all can't take this away from me. Here's why
I will do my best.
Here's why Godzilla gonna lose. It is proven in many cases, and in his first movie and in his second movie, Godzilla can only push himself so far to where he can be without his own undoing. When Godzilla hit off that one attack when he first fought King Ghidorah, it drained his body so much that he had to retreat and go charge up. He did it the second time, but this time he had his whole body kind of like turned into some lava or whatever. But it's canon in this movie that Godzilla will not have that ability. That being said, Godzilla will have this. Look, Godzilla will have the abilities of first movie Godzilla and second half of the second, as far as being his atomic breath, his height, obviously his strength, all that, and his ability to do that that nuclear blast shit that he does from his body, or the electro shit that he does from his body.
Motherfucker really said height matters.
Look, which is fine. That's okay. Norma Bone has a concealed strength of 150. I don't fucking know the word. I don't know what word that is. I'm reading. I wrote down shit.
Fuck are you talking about?
Look. I'm bringing up my point. Anyhow, like I was saying.
Fucker has documents. He like studied. He like sat down. He watched every fucking movie chronologically to break the fucking strength of this monkey.
Look.
King Kong's bone density won't allow him to get beaten so easily by Godzilla.
Listen, look. Another thing.
He has a strength of 15,000 pounds per square inch.
Another thing I realized. Let's not even get into actual details of bone density and all that. Let's just look at the real facts that we know. We know reach-wise, Godzilla got that. Or not Godzilla, I'm sorry. Like, you getting confused between two. King Kong got that. He got that reach. Okay? And he got the hands. Godzilla got stubby-ass arms. How the fuck he gonna beat King Kong? All he gonna do is breathe fire and whip his tail. King Kong can easily dip that shit.
I am going to break down.
And look.
So
Godzilla can't even move horizontally. He only moved back and forth.
Shut the fuck up. He can spin.
That's it. And he spins slow as hell. Literally, King Kong would run circles around his ass, beat his ass to a pulp, and dip. All the monsters that Godzilla fought were just the same speed as him, if not an inch faster.
I'm gonna break down in a measurable way. I'm gonna compare Godzilla to a crocodile and King Kong to a gorilla. Okay, is that fair?
But King Kong is a gorilla though. He's just a gorilla, just bigger. That's it.
But
and Godzilla is yeah, but I mean close enough, right? Like for reference, you know, like when it comes to like gorillas versus crocodiles, like
gorillas
in real life.
A gorilla
no,
win.
they fucking don't.
Yes, they do.
A gorilla can't afford to fight a crocodile.
Yes, they
like
can.
Ever.
Yeah,
Because
good.
even when they do fight, the amount of damage, you have to understand that a crocodile's skin is literally fucking armored scales. All lizards fucking have armored scales. I'm sure Godzilla has armored scales thick as shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna point out one thing is that the thing about gorillas is that they are like extreme. So pretty much, Kong's just a big ass like silverback, pretty much. So he pretty much has extremely sharp fangs, and we all know like sharp fangs because tigers can bite through alligator skin, right? So pretty much, my man, he could bite him, or he could literally just start throwing the fucking crocodile.
Yo, whose side are you on?
I'm just pointing out the facts. Because a gorilla's strength, he just probably punch him in the fucking head and probably
on top of that,
invert his skull.
On top of that,
you know that crocodiles get like 15 fucking.
Look, beans, listen. On top of that, crocodiles are beat now. Even if they could win back in the past, they ass trash now. All my homies are in the Stone Age now. All my homies in the Stone Age now. All my homies in the Stone Age now.
Crocodiles ain't fucking lazy. All they know is eat hot chip and lie.
Oh shit.
Listen, real crocodiles, 9 out of 10. All it takes is for that thing to bite onto a gorilla and spin. Okay, now give that thing radioactive powers and fucking laser beams. Like, could Kong even get close enough to bite him if he fucking plasma blasts him in the fucking brain? He doesn't have armored scales. He doesn't have ungodly fucking bone armor.
But you know what's funny?
He would melt that fucking chip.
You know what's funny? That's the same shit that we said about Batman versus Superman. Only difference is Batman. Oh, not Batman. Batman, yes. Batman had kryptonite. So
that's a flawed argument.
Yeah. So the movie really didn't even make. It wasn't even.
Yeah, but that was plot armor.
It was
in
plot
DC.
Armor. It was plot armor because we were all hyped. We were like, "Oh, yo, Superman gonna win." No, Batman won that shit
at all. He wasn't gonna win at all because he had kryptonite.
Yeah, because he had kryptonite.
Yeah,
so that's why the movie. That's why the movie was unfair and unrealistic. But going into this,
it was realistic.
Look, I'm bringing it into this because King Kong. They even said it in the trailer. They were like, King Kong has to win this fight. The actors said it in the movie. They were like, King Kong gotta win this fight, so that way they can have someone that they know that they can trust and actually leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? They wanted King Kong to fight Godzilla to get rid of Godzilla because Godzilla was unpredictable. If you think about it, Godzilla really wasn't helping them out. He was really just doing it to save his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was only really worried about himself. Put it like that.
Yeah.
King Kong actually protected people. And actually,
no, he only he's a simp.
No. We're not talking about that movie. We're talking about Godzilla 20, what was that, 15, 16?
I'm talking about King Kong.
15, I think.
King Kong is a fucking simp. He didn't protect anybody.
No, they showed it in the movie, in his movie, and in the second, and this one that's about to come up. King Kong protected his village. He protected the people of the land.
Oh shit! Yeah, you right.
Okay,
I remember that.
But
yeah,
then
that's why. Look, and in the movie, the girl went up to King Kong. King Kong, stuck his little finger out, and the girl, reached his hand up, signifying that King Kong was for the people.
It would take way more energy to go try to destroy a village than it would just to walk by them and leave them be. Like,
so
King
my
Kong
question is, why is he fighting Godzilla?
He's fighting Godzilla because Godzilla threatened everybody that was on the boat. You seen it. Godzilla literally ran through out of nowhere, destroyed 2 boats, a plane, and then try to represent where where King Kong
Yeah,
is
because
at.
he's a fucking Chad.
No. Godzilla take lives just so he can. King Kong literally sat on that boat. Look. King Kong sat on that boat, minding his business, and said, "Bring me my man." So I can
like a
beat
pussy.
his ass. No.
Fucking pacifist.
No. Would you rather a monster that you can communicate to, or would you rather a big ass monster that? Then
he's not a monster. He's a big puppy.
Look. Is it a Chad? Look, is it a Chad to destroy an entire city, women and children and all that? Or is it a Chad to protect everybody? You know what I'm saying? Do what they do, you know what I'm saying? Be the guardian of the city, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, King Kong. King Kong.
Guardian?
Look,
Guardian?
Look. Guardian as in they can rely on him if they needed him to have a better chance of beating some of these other monsters. You get what I'm saying?
No, they can rely
They
on
can't
him
call
to get
up. They can't call up Godzilla. Godzilla don't ever pick up the phone. Godzilla always go on silent.
Yeah, because Godzilla does what he wants.
Exactly. That's why
Godzilla doesn't give a shit.
That's why he's dangerous. That's it. It's just plain and simple. That's why he's
So-
He is dangerous.
because-
He is a threat. King Kong is not a threat
exactly
to me.
He's not a threat.
Which is why Godzilla would fucking clown his ass.
No,
Because you could drop a nuke on fucking King Kong's
sir.
island.
No sir.
Like,
Watch
wait,
this. Watch this.
fucking
Watch this. Watch this. No one say anything.
okay.
Motherfucker got quiet.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Just listen.
Yo, did you hear
I
that?
really.
That's the
alright.
sound of you have no fucking point.
Exactly.
Jihad.
Bro, you can't, bro. Did you really just call up your cousin to ask if King Kong would beat Godzilla? You know what? I give up.
Listen, look, Jihad. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Godzilla versus King Kong?
This man is
gonna die.
fucking nuts.
I think so.
Oh, you think? Look, look.
What did Jihad say?
Do you think he gonna die, or do you think it's gonna be a fair joint?
What do you mean a fair joint?
Like, for example, all right. So look, I want your honest opinion because
Proceed to
I
put
know
it
it.
on
Look,
speaker.
look. I understand you, my cousin, but I do want to hear your opinion because then I might change my view. Where the debate right now is Godzilla versus King Kong. Now, my theory is that Godzilla. I keep getting confused. King Kong gonna win this joint because King Kong has a weapon that reflects Godzilla's beams and he got reach, and he can move faster than Godzilla, so he can literally run circles around that joint.
Let me tell you something. Right now.
Okay, be honest.
Let me tell you something
Okay,
right now.
okay.
Godzilla, as far as range, has the advantage. He has a plasma beam he can shoot out of his mouth.
Okay.
Do you remember? Alright? The only way King Kong can win is if he gets in close and literally T-Rex jaw break Godzilla. That's the only way. King Kong has hand-to-hand combat in the back. Godzilla, alright, he's like a, lizard slash T-Rex slash lizard monitor or something, plasma beam, yeah, alright? But he got advantages, but he doesn't really have what King Kong has, which is thumbs. Well, no, he has thumbs. Godzilla has thumbs, right?
No, probably not. No.
He has thumbs.
If he has thumbs, he'd be able to pick things up, but he don't ever pick nothing up.
But see, look, check this out. King Kong.
Bro.
Listen, we can't just sit here while this man is on the
Look,
phone with
hey,
his
wait,
cousin.
I forgot about
Listen.
that. That's facts.
Bro.
That's facts. King Kong has beat in the first movie. He has beat T-Rexes in the past. Okay, all right, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah,
He's
but
beat
Godzilla
3.
isn't a T-Rex.
He's beat 3. Godzilla is literally just a stronger
That's not.
version
Those
of
aren't
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Godzilla
They're not
could
T-Rexes.
fucking clown a T-Rex, and you know that.
A virgin.
And those weren't
with a
T-Rexes.
beam that can shoot out his mouth. That's the only true advantage.
They're just big ass lizards.
So,
Yeah, fucking dinosaur, big ass lizard. It doesn't matter. We know that Godzilla would fucking clown 100 of those fucking lizards.
the T-Rexes were using this.
It's pointless.
It wasn't really.
Yeah, there
Okay.
wasn't really nothing.
Godzilla was smart. He's not as dumb as T-Rex is, So I will say that.
So your bottom line thought is what? Who's winning that joint?
Ain't gonna lie, I got
Your
this.
editor's
I think
gonna
it's
have hell with
50, man.
this.
Is it gonna be a
'Cause
50-50?
when you apply the smarts of
Rip Trevor.
Godzilla,
Beans, I believe you were asking Scott a question about Canada.
Yeah, so I was wondering, what's his opinion on Canada? I'm a Canadian. I love where I live, but I want to know, what's an outsider perspective of, where I'm from?
But I would say, Canada seems just like a really chill place to live. I'm someone who always likes the cold. I'm really like the cold weather and stuff like that. And I just found Canada to be very beautiful, in the woods and stuff like that, and forests. So that would be my perspective of it. So what's your perspective of America?
I
You know
wouldn't
what?
ask that question.
So, unfortunately, the news and the media doesn't make America out to be the best place, but there are some good aspects. You guys have some amazing landscapes. Like for me, it blows my mind like how diverse the states are. When you have like, empty like farm, vast, like wild, caverny places like Wyoming, but then when you go to like Santa Barbara, like California, Florida type places, it's like tropical almost. Like there's so much diversity even in the landscape, or like there are so many intelligent, bright people who are like so innovative. And I mean, sure, American politics can suck, but how prideful people are of their country is actually quite awe-inspiring. I don't think America is a bad place. I just think maybe it's a little backwards sometimes.
Not agreed. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live there.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
I would love to live in Canada because it's got beautiful landscapes, and I grew up like around forests and stuff. But that's my opinion. What about you, Dino?
Yeah, my opinion on it is it does seem like a nice, well-established place to like lay down roots at some point, and kind of set the fam up. I guess a different perspective on how things are normally done, as far as like living in America. Schooling wise, I do agree with some of the stuff they do in the school system, as far as private schools or as beings. I recall you saying like what, $100 a year.
Again, it depends on the private school, it depends on the province, it depends on a lot of factors, especially with budget cutting, budget addition. Again, the school, the type of school, the city it's in. Obviously, private schools in Toronto are definitely going to be a lot more expensive than private schools in, more down low chill cities. So like
That's true.
I live in London, but then there's like private schools up in like Muskoka, so it does depend on the area. I think the main goal is that even with private schools, the aim is always to make education accessible for everyone. Education isn't a privilege, it's a human right. And the more educated your population is, the better the country is as a whole. So they do try making even private schools accessible, obviously for a fee, but accessible nonetheless.
I understand that. That's understandable. But as far as what's it called? Price wise over there. I mean, well, we Scott, you already know our money over there is a lot more than it is over here.
There definitely is a difference between like currency exchange. Obviously, the value of American money is going to be more. I think currently we're sitting at around 80 cents to the dollar. So every 80 cents American is like $1 Canadian. Sometimes that changes less, sometimes it changes more. So I mean, if you were to move to Canada and you had your money converted, you would have more money here than you would in America. So it is easier making the America to Canada transition than it is vice versa. I know that if I were to move and live in Canada, I would have less money than I have now. But that's just conversion rate and exchange.
How to rig the system.
How to rig the system.
Get an $80,000 a year type job in America. Save all of it to your 401k. Move to Canada. Become a millionaire.
This guy. Big brain.
This man.
You'd
have to be living for free though. Like you'd have to spend some of that money sometime.
Listen, if you're making $80,000 in America a year, and you transfer that shit to Canadian funds, and debating on how much you saved.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, I understand that you gotta eat, but I'm saying like, debating on how much you saved, you literally could buy your house out in full. And then what? What are you really paying for? Taxes? What? Bills? Food? That's it. Your house is your biggest paying thing that you have in your life. Besides that, and what? If you choose to go to college.
Your expenses, yeah, your house.
Because what? Bills are not even a fraction of what a house mortgage costs.
It depends. It depends on where you
What
live.
bills
and if
do
you
you
live with
know?
other people.
Again, it depends.
What
It's
bills?
because okay, so think of it this way: like a mortgage is usually like, I guess here is like $800. I guess that's like not
800.
including.
Again, depending on the state, the house.
Not including property taxes. We're not including that. Including property taxes, that shouldn't get ridiculous. But without property taxes, it's like $800 a month usually, depending on how you scheme and your distance, like how long you want to be paying for, 15, 30 years or whatever. But depending on how many people live in the house with you, your bills will be higher. So say I have 4 people living in my house, the cost of the electric bill is going to go up because we're all gamers, I guess, and we all fucking have lights on all the time.
The amount of water you use.
Yeah, exactly. It could be like $200 a month for an electric bill, depending on all that other stuff. And it, varies with more and more people and how much of stuff you use every month.
Yeah, that's understandable. I get it. I mean, as far as my take on Canada as a whole, I mean, there are some really nice places I really do want to go see and visit. As far as those igloo rooms, aka little huts.
The glass igloos.
I want those.
Yeah.
I want that so bad. Cause I posted a comment, or not a comment. I posted on Instagram my meme account of it was a snowy area. It was a snowy area, and I think it was from Canada. I'm not too sure. But it was a nice ass picture, a nice ass little video that was shot, and I want to go there. I want to go there real bad. They got some nice stuff over there, scenery wise.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Canada definitely has some great views, but we aren't all forests either. We do have amazing cities like Toronto.
Isn't
I've
like 4 floors?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of malls like that. There's the Eaton Center in Toronto. It's off of Dundas Square. Amazing fucking mall. I believe it's 3 or 4 floors. Food court, top tier. There's the smoothie place that's delicious. They have this bakery that has these thick fluffy waffles drowned in syrup with this. It is the best. 100% recommend it. They have, they have so many stores. They have something for everyone. They actually have a film studio in the mall, and it is just amazing. They have the microphones, and you can all use it for free. It is the coolest thing. And then even outside of the mall, the restaurants around, the lights, the scenery, it is just, there's so much to do. And it's a whole aesthetic that it's something so foreign to me. And there's so many things I probably missed, just nooks and crannies I haven't explored.
I'ma throw it out there just so it stays in the air. I don't forget about it later. Either 2023 or 4, we're taking a trip, Scott. We're leaving. We're leaving. We go 5 days and we come back. We come back with new things. We tell the clan and then we leave.
All right.
Tell the squad that we dip out. We go there. We do some reconnaissance. We pick up beans, and we have her be a tourist because she knows the land, or a tour guide.
Tour guide.
We go home. We tell the folks. We pack bags.
Pack the bags.
Pack the bags.
Me ain't sitting still in one spot.
Never sit still. I always thought about that though, cause I don't have any family members outside of the country. I'd be the first family member outside of the country, and then my kids will have kids inside their country or inside the country that I'm staying in. And then I'll have 2 places I can go to if I don't feel like staying in one of them. I can go back to America. I can go back to Canada.
That's big brain as hell.
Just anchoring yourself in. I guess the one piece of advice I can tell you now is start taking the Canadian citizenship test. You can do an online free version, Just practice that, and eventually you will know all the answers by default. And it'll make the citizenship process much easier because, unfortunately, as amazing and great as Canada is, it's not a very easy country to get into, which is why we're so great.
They look
And
at you,
so,
they're like, hey, yo, this motherfucker took the test in about 2.9 seconds. How?
so it's one of those things where it's like you want to make sure you have a clear criminal record. You want to make sure, you know, you're not actively using any drugs. I mean, maybe outside of like marijuana, as that is something very legal here in Canada. You just don't want to have any in your possession as you're entering the country. You want to make sure you have at least a basic education, graduate high school, you know, is ideal. You know, make sure that you don't have any like loose children, you know, that you're not like a father of 23, because that once you move to Canada, that's just a segue for all of them to come in, and Canada tries keeping everything super neat and tidy. So it's one of those things where they are picky with who they let in. And so if you like have a clean act, you know, they will accept, you know, the educated, the people that are looking to contribute. So, you know, if you have like, I believe you've mentioned it in the past, like business entrepreneurship, they eat that up.
They're
And
like,
I mean, honestly, it I don't think it would be any other way.
I just want to make a quick joke to like maple syrup maker. All right, boys, let him in.
Oh my god, they'd adopt you.
You know what's scary as fuck about Canada? The fucking moose and caribou.
Okay, listen. I can tell you right now, caribou are actually kind of chill.
But they're
The
big
moose,
as
though,
fuck.
the moose
Yeah.
will absolutely murk you.
Moose?
Okay, you cannot
Meese?
run from a moose.
Oh yeah, they run fast as
I
hell.
believe the term is just moose. So what you're supposed to do, so during rut season, male moose will fight each other with their giant antlers. These things will literally crush your car. They will fight. They're aggressive as sin. So that's, you know, fall, you know, sometimes into winter. But then you're not even safe after that, because in springtime, the moms have their babies and the moms will literally beat bears to death. Just for shits and giggles to protect their babies. So that's like 3 out of the 4 quarters of the year that a moose will try and fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thankfully, moose aren't very common in the more southern parts of Ontario unless you're like really going out of your way to search, because you can find like moose in, you know, northern, even like northern parts of New York and Michigan, because they do have their annual moose hunting. But you have to be like really out of the way. You won't see a moose in the city. You won't even see a moose in the suburban farmlands of most major areas. I've only ever seen moose once or twice in my life personally alive, and even then those were in captivity. I have interacted with, you know, post-hunting moose, but even then those come from much farther north.
That's good to know. So I won't run into a moose who wants to
The chances
kill
are
me,
low.
but never zero.
You
but never zero.
okay. Yeah, never zero. Listen, it's polar bears.
Huh?
Those things, polar bears you will never survive a polar bear. If you see one, that's it. No one's gonna know you fucking saw one, because you are going to be ground beef in the snow.
Nah, I'm
Those
straight.
things will get you.
Polar bear gonna try to rob me of my glass igloo. He gonna get sauce.
Polar bear is gonna crush that fucking glass igloo. Those things are relentless. Like with like grizzly bears and black bears, like you can fight them off or you can play dead. Fucking polar bear, that thing will chase you for miles. You fucking hop in your car and get away, that motherfucker is at your window.
Waiting.
Hey, those things are relentless. They are like horror movie protagonists. Or sorry,
He's just
antagonists.
standing there.
There's
Menacingly.
Menacingly. Exactly.
It's like, hey, yo, I got a job, bro. You gonna send
Wild
his ass to
fucking
the center.
animal. Exactly. And I'm like thinking like, yeah, you know, fucking just like bears here in the States is just kind of fucking annoying, but fuck me, like you can play dead with those bears. Like I don't know. I don't know about them polar bears.
I think there was actually this saying, it was a sign. So I went to a place called Lion's Head in northern Ontario. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And they had this big sign that's like, if the bear is brown, get on the ground. So like, that's grizzly bears. You want to fucking play dead. Black, you fight back. You know, so like black bears, you know, you can scare them off. If you act big, they'll usually get freaked out and they'll run away. If the bear is white, good night. You can't fucking outrun a polar bear. You cannot scare a polar bear. If you play dead, that motherfucker's gonna eat you alive. There is just no getting away from a polar bear. You climb a tree, that motherfucker is behind you. You fucking run, that motherfucker's right behind you. You get down on the ground, that motherfucker is on you.
Yeah,
I think the only way you can get away from a polar bear, or at least have a chance, is honestly just to like
Throw a bear
throw
at it.
something on the ground. Polar bears are nutty. They will stop. They'll sniff it. And that might just be enough time for you to get a little bit further ahead.
Throw that man a sausage.
He throws, look, Sky just throw a random object. The bear, hold up.
Random bullshit.
Bite off your finger, throw it.
Let me see that right quick. Starts sniffing it, starts investigating. But alright then, we're gonna give it a solid wrap up for episode 6 of the Coffee Tavern of today's.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm flattered.
Yeah, thank you. You're goated.
Major goated. But yeah, so again, we'll leave Beans' credentials if you want to buy a bird or see about the prices and whatnot in the link below. Don't forget, we'll see you on the next episode.